Hello, good morning. So to start for today's activity, let's have a prayer first. Hello, good morning once again. Welcome for today's activity. January 7, 2025, pre-bid conference for the CY 2025 infrastructure projects. To start with, let us acknowledge first the presence of the following back members, Secretariat, and TWR present for today's activity. First, say present as I call your name. So, Leonard Ipanaganog, yours truly, back chairperson. Maria Ligaya is senior back vice chairperson. Sergio Bibidulo Jr., back member regular.
Present.
Cedric Floyd A. Durante, back member provisional. Jun Renges M. Peralta, back member provisional. Hannah Catherine Arco, head back secretariat. Maria Lolita A. Castro, back secretariat member. Shannon C. Marabiles, back secretariat member. And the television members were headed by Engineer Gerard Jan R. Lim. Griselda D. Sinyagan, Kevin Joshua A. Tamanaha, Macy C. Gabonia, Ray Joseph P. Ipis, Gwen Marie Arbao, and Chanda M. Isaw. So, are there any participating leaders from Zoom? So, none. So, let's proceed for today's agenda. Agenda number 1, brief presentation and explanation of by the back basic contract data, requirements in bidding documents, and documents to be submitted by the bidder. Agenda number 2, question, comments from bidders and replies of the back. Agenda number 3, other matters, relevant department orders, and GPPB resolutions. For basic contract data, we have CY 2025 infra projects with contract ID number 25HE0026, pre-bid, contract name, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, multipurpose building facilities to support social services, construction, completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Tulang, Argao, Cebu. Location, Argao, Cebu, ABC, 1,980,000 pesos. Contract duration is 90 calendar days. Source of fund, CY 2025 DPWH Infrastructure Program based on GAA. PCAB license, category of C and D for small b. Mode of procurement, competitive bidding, bidding document cost is 5,000 pesos. Next contract is contract ID number 25HE0043. Contract name, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, multipurpose building facilities to support social services, construction, completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Langub, Argao, Cebu. Location, Argao, Cebu with an ABC of 1,980,000 pesos. Contract duration is 90 calendar days. Source of funds, CY 2025 DPWH Infrastructure Program based on GAA. Pickup license, category of C and D for small b. For the procurement, competitive bidding, bidding document cost is 5,000 pesos. Next contract is 25HE0051, rebid, Contract name, organization outcome 1, ensure safe and reliable national road system, bridge program, construction of new bridges. Obong Bridge along N. Bacalso Avenue, Cebu South Road, location, Dalagete, Cebu, with an ABC of 96,500,000. Contract duration is 254 calendar days. Source of funds, CY 2025 DPWH Infrastructure Program, based on GAA. Pickup license, category OB, course medium A, mode procurement, competitive bidding. Bidding document cost is 50,000 pesos. Next contract is 25 HE0059, rebid, contract name, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, VIP, Multipurpose Building Facilities to Support Services, construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Balaas, Argao, Cebu, location, Argao, Cebu, with an ABC of 1,980,000 pesos. Project duration is 90 calendar days. Source of funds, CY 2021 DPWH Infrastructure Program, based on GAA. Pickup license, category of C and D for small B, mode of procurement, competitive bidding. Bidding document cost is 5,000 pesos. Next is requirements in the bidding documents. And the next for contract ID number 25 HE0026, rebid, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Building Facilities to Support Social Services, construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Tulang, Argao, Cebu. For the bid data sheet, for the major category of work, BICWOPLC, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 story. For the similar categories of work, first refer to the shade screen. Then for the key personnel requirements, first refer to the third screen. And also for the minimum major equipment requirement, the following first referred to the third screen. Hmm. Hmm? What's that? The intended completion date is 90 calendar days, including predetermined unworkable days of 3 calendar days and 12 number of Sundays. And for the bill of quantities, first referred to the third screen. For the next contract, to be read by Engineer Sir B. Windono Jr.
For contract ID number 25 HE0043, rebid, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Langub, Argao, Cebu. For the major categories of work, similar categories of work, please refer to the search screen. For the key personal requirements, general experience and its relative experience, please refer to the search screen. For the key personal requirements for the accredited project engineer and materials engineer. For the minimum equipment requirements, please refer to the search screen. The bid security shall be in the form of the bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. Please refer to the search screen. The intended completion date is 90 calendar days, including predetermined and workable days of 3 calendar days and 12 number of Sundays. For the bill of quantities, please refer to the search screen. For the next contract, 25HE0051, rebid. Organizational outcome 1, ensure safe and reliable national road system bridge program, construction of new bridges, Obong Bridge along in Bacalso Avenue, Cebu South Road. For the major categories of work and similar categories of work, please refer to the search screen. For the key personnel requirements, please refer to the search screen. The requirement of materials engineer, accredited materials engineer in compliant to DEO number 98 series of 2016. For the major equipment requirements, capacity and its number of units, please refer to the search screen. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 1,930,000 to percent of the ABC. If the bid security is in cash or cashier's merger's check, bank draft, guarantee, or any irrevocable letter of credit. The amount of not less than 4,825,000, 5% of the ABC if the bid security is in surety bond. The intended completion date is 254 calendar days, including predetermined and workable days of 8 calendar days and 32 number of Sundays. For the bill of quantities, please refer to the search screen.
For the last project for this pre-bid conference, contract ID 25HE0059 rebid, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction Completion of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Balaas, Argao, Cebu. For the major category of work and similar categories of works, please refer to the shared screen. And also for the key personnel requirements, please also take note the requirements for accredited project engineer and requirements for accredited materials engineer. Please also refer to the shared screen the minimum major equipment requirements. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts as shown on the screen. The intended completion date is 90 calendar days, including predetermined and workable days of 3 calendar days and 12 number of Sundays. For the bill of quantities, please refer to the shared screen. Documents to be submitted by the bidder. For infrastructure projects, for technical components, Class A legal documents, 1. Valid field chips registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. For Class A technical documents, 1. Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. 2. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid except under conditions provided under the rules. 3. Special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. For original copy of bid security, if in the form of a bid surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. 5. Organizational chart for the contract to be bid. 6. List of contractors' key personnel, example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. 7. List of contractors' major equipment units, which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project as the case may be. 8. Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For Class A financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity and FCC. For Class B documents, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the GVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For financial components, 1. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. 2. Original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. 3. Duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. 4. Cash flow by quarter. Next. Important reminder, any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. Questions, comments from bidders, and replies of the back.
So there are no participating bidders in the Zoom and the online and on-site. So next, let's move to the next topic, next agenda. For other matters, we have first memorandum dated September 20, 2023, and Department Order number 127 series of 2018 and Department Order number 17 series of 2015. GPB Resolution number 15-2021 and GPB Resolution number 16-2020. First, memorandum dated September 20, 2023. Department Order number 12 series of 2024. Subject, revocation of Department Order number 35 series of 2021 and strengthening compliance with the Republic Act number 11058 and its implementing rules and regulation. Signed, Manuel M. Bunuan, Secretary. Next is Department Order number 127, subject strict application of RA 984 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. All bids and awards committee, central, regional, and district are hereby directed to strictly apply, among others, during the conduct of post-qualification, award of contract, the following guidelines during post-qualification. The BAC shall determine the bidder's compliance through verification and validation of the bidder's stated competence and experience, including the declared single largest completed contract SLCC, similar to the contract to be being procured. And number two, verification of competence and experience of the bidder's key personnel to be assigned to the contract as against the minimum requirement under the bid data sheet. Number three, verification of ability of and commitment and or inspection and testing of the required capacities and operating conditions of major equipment units to be owned, leased, under purchased by the bidder to use in a contract under bidding. Number four, checking the performance of the bidders on each ongoing government and private contracts. If any of these ongoing contracts shows a reported negative slippage of at least 15% in the single contract, or a reported negative slippage of at least 10% in two or more contracts, see a failure of the B contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts within 7 days and to complete them within 30 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies. Or B, failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificate of acceptance within 30 days and to complete the works within 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures. Or E, substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specification. Or F, unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligation as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. Or G, liquidated damages currently imposed of the contractor. Number five, the results of the contractor's performance evaluation system, CPS, should also be considered by the concerned block in determining the responsiveness of the contractor's bid before any award of the contract can take place, as stated in item 12.5 of Annex E of the 2016 revised RR of RA 924. If the BAC verifies any of these deficiencies to be due to the contractor's fault or negligence, the agency shall disqualify the contractor from the award for the procurement of infrastructure projects. Next is Department Order number 17, subject, three-strike policy in the procurement of contracts for infrastructure works, goods, and consulting services. So strengthening the integrity of competitive bidding process, the following instructions are hereby issued pertaining to the implementation of the three-strike policy of DPWH against violation of Section 69.1I of the Implementing Rules and Regulation RR of Republic Act number 9184. The violation enumerated in the said DEO 35, which are considered as acts that tend to defeat the purpose of the public bidding under three-strike policy, are hereby amended to read as follows. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently A, withdrawn from bidding, or B, submitted a letter of non-participating, or C, did not submit a bid without valid cause as determined by the Bids and Awards Committee concerned. B, a bidder submitting a late bid without valid cause as determined by the BAC concerned. C, a bidder submitting insufficient depicted documents such as insufficient bid securities and other deficiencies. D, other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of the public bidding as determined by the concerned BAC, provided that these acts that had been indicated as or discussed in the instruction to bidders, bid bulletins, notice of minutes of pre-bid conference, or other similar instruments. 3, each offense by a bidder referred to Section 69.1I of the IR as stated in the said DO 35 consists 3 violations or strikes within a period of 1 year starting from the date of the first strike for all procurements by all office of DPWH. Number 4, every time bidder is observed to have done any of the 4 acts enumerated in item of this DO, the chairperson of the block concerned shall be immediately serve a written notice to the bidder informing him of his act and giving him 5 days to show cause why he should not be sanctioned under the DO for committing an act which tend to defeat the purpose of the public bidding under the three-strike policy of the DPWH. Next is based on the verified three-strike reports received from the bank. The procurement service, in coordination with the legal service, shall recommend to the Deputy Secretary for approval of the following administrative sanctions of the hearing contractors for violation of the three-strike policy. A, for the first violation, a strike or a first warning. For the second violation, second strike, a second warning. For the third strike, which together with the first 2 strikes constitute the first offense against the three-strike policy, an administrative penalty or suspension for 1 year from the participating in procurement process in any office of the DPWH. For the second offense, in example, for the second set of the 3 strikes committed by the bidder, an administrative penalty of suspension of for 2 years from the participating in the procurement process in any of the DPWH office. Signed, Rogelio Elsingson. Next is Department Order number 12, series of 2016, disposal and stockpiling of materials, including parking of equipment within the construction limits or vicinity of all DPWH ongoing projects. 1, the disposal or dumping sites to be presented and planned within the area to accommodate the calculated volume surplus and suitable spoils, debris, and other construction materials